And wow, there we go. We're off. It's November 6th, 2013.
It's Lunch with Dan Boul. Today, Dan's guest will be Mel Brooks, a man from Monrovia who swears the earth is flat. I'm Brett Chasen, along with Sofa Kings Bob Kulick and Miles Rose. And today, we are going to be pulling back the curtain on what is going to be a brand new addition to the 65 line. It's a big day for us here in the studio. And Paul Anka will be coming by for his royalty check.
Oh, Paul, you lecherous guy. Thank you. That was Brett Chasen. Everybody, Brett Chasen, a big shout. Yes, Bob Dragich, that's where I go to Michael. He's done the Mastodon nut on my other Les Paul. It's time to do it on this one. So anyway, welcome. It is Wednesday, the 6th of November. And I am very honored today to give you guys a first sneak peek at the amp we're going to release for NAMM next year. And it will be ready and in production, ready for delivery. It is a Producer84. I've taken the producer paradigm that I've used on EL34s and 6L6s and applied that to EL84s. And it's turned out pretty darn good. I'm actually really excited about it and very happy to share it with you today. The voltage drop on this is not as high as it is like on an EL34. Percentage-wise, it's still pretty large. But what I've done is I'm running this about 50 volts less, 50 to 60 volts less than I normally run EL84s, which puts them into the serious comfort zone, but we're also flooding them with current. So they're acting like I'm running 400 volts through them, which is really, really good for tube life and everything. But you know, I've got the power and the authority of an AC30 only at a lower powered setting. And it's just darn right. I'm really excited about it. And as many of you guys know, I'm a complete and utter Vox queer and worked with Jim Elliott on the history of JMI Vox book for a couple years and had the good fortune of going through about 225 JMI Voxes over at our shop. But I also gigged with JMI Voxes and very, very intimate with them and was able to capture a lot of that here plus a lot more. But I've made them reliable because one of the questions that came up right before we started the show was, Dan, why do AC30s catch on fire? And there's several reasons for that. It's really just the design of the AC30 doesn't allow much air into the tubes, and they catch on fire. There's not much ventilation, and the way they're oriented inside the amplifier is kind of a hot pocket. No pun for you guys that are in the IT field. I know there's a lot of guys in their IT workrooms right now eating Hot Pockets and drinking Yoo-Hoo soda. I mean this as a pocket of heat around the tubes. So anyway, I'm going to play a couple of guitars for you today, show you. It's not completely banked. I can push it into some bad behavior, which I want to get rid of, but the tonality of it is there. Hi, Praneet. Welcome back. So anyway, we got the... Hopefully you're hearing all that chime and upper order harmonics. Someone asks, does this have a half power switch? No, it has our master voltage on it. You don't need half power switches anymore. Hi, Anita. Welcome back. But that's idea, huh? Big, 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 big chime. Yeah, if you like power pop, this is a good one. But it also goes way beyond that. How does this compare to the Blue Soho sound-wise? Really different. Blue Soho sounds a little more modern, a little more hi-fi. A little less attitude than this amp has. This amp has a lot of attitude. You hear the chime? I hope it's coming through on Ustream. It's killing me in the headphones now, just the ring and the... But yeah, I got my Beatles shirt on today because I'm going to play some Beatles music for you. If you want... Anita, did you bring us banana nut bread and oatmeal cookies? Heat it up just a hair. See the red light come on. Just that good, greasy rhythm sound. It's so... All 12AX7s in the preamp. And push it just a little bit harder, you get all your good. Oh, what a great quote. Steve Kirk says, "It's chimey and full, a paradox of beauty." Steve, I love you for that. I'm going to copyright that, if you don't mind. And then I can go over here on the other side, a little more aggressive. I can push it a little harder just for fun. And then go into full on. It's a little too gainy on this side. I'm going to work that out. But you're getting here a prototype, right? Prototypes aren't done. Put an input distortion. Yeah. You're probably listening on studio monitors, aren't you, Steve? It's got all that stuff, man. Well, it's the same four voices that are on all of our producers. We got sort of a cleaner side with a bump and a dirtier side with a bump. However, since the EL84s, there's no sort of American voice because it just EL84s don't really do that. Kid Gloves 2112 says EL34s versus EL84s. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What would you like me to explain more of, Lamatone? No, there's a clean channel. It's just not American. put words in my mouth. No. We got a 12 string here too. I'm going to show you, but no, it's clean. It's just British clean. Got to be perfectly in tune to play that song. I can roll it down and get it super clean. EL84 is just not real clean tubes. They don't do clean. They do not do Fender. The difference between 34s and 84s, that could be a whole show. EL34 is a large bottle 8-pin tube. EL84 is a small bottle 9-pin tube that is about the third the size of an EL34. Much different electrical characteristics, much different distortion characteristics.
They were designed to sound the same.
Yeah, they were designed to sound the same, but they don't.
It's closer to an EL34 than a 6V6 is to a 6L6.
Not in guitar amps. Maybe in hi-fi stuff.
Look at a.
I'm not going to argue with you right now.
Look at an 18-watt Marshall that's cranked recorded.
Yeah, but in your in person, it doesn't feel anything like a 50-watt Marshall.
Feel.
Well, I mean, feel. Okay, God damn it, Miles, shut up.
No problem.
Did you know that Dave Goda is still alive?
And he's still painting, I think.
And a hell of a guitar player. And Shirley Temple is still alive. Do you know that?
No, she's
She
alive.
sings. Yes, she is. Yes.
Oh, that was
Well, Hendrix Lover asked the same question. Why do some folks call an EL84 a small EL34? Technically, they're similar. They're just a lot smaller. In my humble opinion, they don't do much. There's not much overlap. The mid-rangey distortion thing is sort of similar, but the clean sound's way different. And the way they act when you push them really hard is really different. And there's a characteristic from an EL34 that's just hard to get. You can't do it with anything but an EL34, and vice versa. There's an EL84 thing, this. EL34s don't do that. They react differently. They're bigger, fatter, firmer tubes. Different frequency response. Which do I prefer, 34 or 84? Oh, I don't know. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I like them both. I like John and Paul. Let me mute this mic over here real quick.
Well, this got a little controversy this week.
Yes. Nah, it's all right. Miles is just a shit in the stool. Trying to stir things up. Lamatone wants more tech talk. Well, I'm here to show you a new amp, Lamatone. So I'm going to have to push back on you a little bit. If you want to learn about input distortion versus crossover distortion, we can talk about that later. And maybe do a little bit of reading. Crossover distortion is what happens when the sine wave goes from positive to negative, and the middle of the X on your scope is called the crossover point. So where it's crossing over from negative to positive, and sometimes if you're pushing a tube really hard, especially if screen grid is losing its ground reference, you'll get distortion there when it flips over. And that sounds like fizz. And so a lot of our amps have a little circuit in there to get rid of that crossover distortion. We hold our screen grids down to a certain fixed place, there where they can't float up. Which is why our EL84 amps sound really great when you push them all the way. Versus a lot of EL84 amps don't really sound very good over about 7. does sound thicker, it's because there's 4 84s in there, just having more glass. I can't hear you at all, Miles. What?
Keep in mind that a lot of
Uh-oh. Fader, there it goes.
EL34 amps are grid biased and EL84 amps are cathode.
You can't let
biased.
go, can you?
No.
I need you to go outside. Okay, load up a 50-watt Marshall with 84s and see how it sounds. I know technically they're the same, but they're not.
Well, that's because of how
Yeah.
they're implemented. It's like a Scott receiver.
No, I've built plexi circuits behind EL84s. It doesn't sound like a...
You built it wrong.
I'm going to turn the mic over to Miles because apparently he knows everything. He's made more amps than I have, so he knows. Why do some amp makers like a small amount of crossover distortion? There's a little bit that's cool. You know, Marshalls, that's their sound. You know, that's the characteristic of Marshall distortion is crossover distortion. I don't mind it in an EL34. I don't like it in an EL84 or 6v6. Because while an EL84 is exactly the same as an EL34, as Miles has stated, for some reason my ears don't agree with crossover distortion in an EL84 because they are exactly the same. I'm saying exactly the fucking same. There's no difference whatsoever. But I guess it's just a twerk? Oh. It's a Miley Cyrus twerk that I have. So anyway, Lamatone, you know, look up an EL34 and look up an EL84. They are exactly the same. However, an EL84 will blow up if you put the same voltage on it that you do in an EL34, but that's not a difference.
Actually, the intention was to have an EL34
and
characteristic in a smaller size one.
Mute over here, mute. He's like a little dog that grabs your pant leg and won't let go. But this is cathode bias. That's correct. I prefer cathode biasing under anything under 40 watts. Even higher, I kind of like it better. But if you go to, there's a lot of websites where you can look up the difference between a 34 and an 84. I think they were designed to be the same, but for hi-fi usage.
You are correct.
Let me turn that mic up again. What did you say?
You are correct.
Yeah, see? But thanks, Steve. Take care. They don't act the same when you push them really hard. And hi-fis don't have the same characteristics. You know, hi-fis run their screen grids at like half the screen voltage. And guitar amps, you push them up really hot, and you push them into distortion, where hi-fi's whole thing is about trying to avoid distortion. And the EL84, as I understand it, was really meant for radios and televisions. You know, like all the old American stuff had 6v6s in it. If you got a tabletop radio, it had 6v6s in it. And your television had 6v6s in it if you bought a TV in the 50s and through the mid-60s.
And your car radio.
Yeah, if you bought a car in the 50s and it had a nice radio, it had a single-ended 6v6 in it. And same implementation for an EL84 in Europe. If you buy an old Telefunken tabletop radio, it's got EL84s in it. And then somebody said, hey, let's run a guitar through it, mate, and push it real hard. And went, oh, that's kind of obnoxious. I like it. And you just got that in your face. 65 hi-fi. Well, there's not much hi-fi about this amp. good distortion. Makes my breeches tight, mate. Yeah, good. That's what you need, man. So I'm over here on the dirty side with the bump off. I just turned it off. You know. Turn the bump on. Big, thick, chewy British distortion.
Dan, can you tell people what you're recording with?
What I'm recording with? I'm recording with my friends.
No, I mean your mic setup.
Oh yeah, the mic setup and the cabinets. It's kind of the same that we always use every week. We have a Royer 122V and an AEA ribbon mic that's a prototype. What did the model actually end up being?
N22.
Now you can buy this microphone as an AEA N22, and Brett was part of the beta test team to get this mic where it is. And I think it's awesome. And then the room mic is a Telefunken Elam 41?
251.
251, yeah, you know, 41, 251, whatever.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like,
That's got a tube in it or something.
it's got a tube in it. So there's two tube mics, one non-tube. Middle position. Neck position. What are you saying?
Very impressive low end, even through the wall. And
Oh yeah, man, we played it yesterday through one of the Wizard 412 cabinets that Brett has here. Maybe we should do a hot swap on that during the show.
Had some sweat.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Wizard amps. You know, Rick St. Pierre up in Canada, but he makes his own cabinets and they're just sick. And his 412 cabinet is a thump monster. And I can't remember any Queen songs. Prime me here. I can't remember any Queen songs. Oh, you talking about oh yeah, what key is that? An A? Oh, I threw this guitar so out of tune. Hang on a second. I pull on this so hard that it goes sharp. Like I grab the string and then the nut doesn't let go.
It's a grabber.
Which nut is it?
nuts.
The left.
He said nuts.
There's some nuts on the table. I think they're Brett's nuts. Not that big. I got Jewish nuts. Jewish? I thought they were almonds.
That's like corn nuts.
You know, it's that disease George Carlin talked about. You get at bars. Starts off with beer nuts.
Oh wait! I got.
And then the final stage is cotton balls.
Wait! Speaking
Yeah.
of bar, I got to tell you what happened last weekend, right?
Oh my God.
I got to tell you this.
You guys, this story is gonna freak you out.
No, this is
That's
good.
that's this mic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, hey, how you doing over there? So wait, you're gonna die. You're gonna die over there. So right now I'm at this place in Sherman Oaks, you know, kind of an upscale kind of, restaurant
See my face turning red?
bar, you
Yeah.
know. But no, seriously, you guys are gonna. This really happened.
my God.
I'm there. I'm having dinner with a friend, and then after I stay, I figure I'll
give you some mood music.
I'll have
along with
another
that.
I'll have another drink before I go, right? So I meet this lady at the bar. She was I could tell she was older, but she was fine, man. She had things going on. Lots of things going on. Good things. So we're chatting. I buy her a drink. We're a couple rounds in, and she's got some nice nice fake Barbosas, a nice tight Stamid in the back. Things are going good. And she asked me how old, she's like, how old are you? I'm like, well, I'm 40. She's like, oh, that's nice. She goes, well, I'm 57, but yeah, I'm really into this. I'm like, yeah, well, we're having a good time, So, things are going good. Bada bing, bada boom. We decide we're gonna go hang out after. I'm real excited about it. And she go, you ever had the mother-daughter thing? And I'm like, whoa, yeah, baby. Like, we got ourselves a kinkster. And they said, well, I've kind of come close, but, never really completely got the brass ring on that one, though. So she's like, you want to? I said, the Pope shit in the woods? I said, yeah, we're down. So I'm like, all right, mother, daughter. Now, judging by the mother, I'm like, man, the daughter's gotta be smoking. So, we finish, we do another round of drinks, and then we vamoose, we're out of there. We jump into a car. She's got this beautiful Mercedes. This is a well-off, well-to-do lady. When we're going home, we pull up to a house, and I'm like, this is going good.
You gotta see Bob's face back here.
We get into that, we get home, we pull the car in. We get in the house, and we're at the bottom of the stairs. All of a sudden, the lady I'm with yells, "Mom, are you awake up there?" Oh! Wah, wah, forget about it.
Damn, I would have played exactly the same. Perfect.
And that's what happened.
That's a true story.
That is a true story.
Oh my God, I can't take it. Turn on the air conditioning in here. Holy crap.
Real life story.
Oh my God.
Life in the fast lane.
If you guys, only if I had better cameras, you could have seen Bob on the sofa. He was laughing so hard no sound was coming out. He's back
Yeah, I
there.
didn't know you were that diminished.
No, but here's the real funny thing.
Oh
about
yeah,
it,
I know augmented chords
Funny
too.
thing about it is the woman's mother wasn't half bad. Ow! Giggity, giggity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Chasen.
OMG.
Yeah.
That's what we said yesterday when he said OMG.
While you're tuning up, little entertainment.
Any longer jokes if Dan's going to.
Oh! Now here's Bob, but I don't know if this story will be as funny.
These same two women.
What is, oh my God. Oh my God. You understand the guitar is really loud to them, so when we're talking, if I'm playing,
never hear
it just sounds
like
like
this.
background noise. Yeah, it's just.
Plug in that 12 string.
Yeah, but look at the 12 string.
Yeah, let's do the 12 string.
Plug in that 12 string.
Here you go.
All right, let's do it. Oh my God. For those of you watching,
I can't be held responsible for the
for those of you
tuning, but
it's close enough. For those of you watching in rest homes, I sincerely apologize.
Rest homes. Those of you in hospice care, pay close attention to Dan as he bends over to plug in.
Stop. Ooh.
Really good right off the bat, right?
Let's see.
Yeah, be careful. It's yeah. You want me to tune?
It's low string first, or high string first on this.
Like a real 12 string.
I was a
Oh.
tune a minute ago.
Oh,
So
dude, it's
close.
bad. No, it's
Oh.
not.
Oh.
Oh, that's not
Give it
gonna
to me.
work.
I'll try to tune it up.
Yeah, let's work on
the
it.
other way.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I have the Wonder Strat?
Yeah, sure.
Can somebody grab that for me?
Which one is it?
The Bruce Kulick
right in the middle next to the
Sunburst
guitar.
Strat.
This one?
Yeah. No.
No, no.
Oh,
The
on
other
the
one.
other rack.
On the other rack.
Third from the left.
Hang on, I think we may have had this.
Oh, that's not even close.
No, it's flipped out.
Oh, yeah. You need a tuner, don't you?
It slipped drastically.
Only way I've been
Okay.
able to tune a 12 string to a really loud amp or with a tuner.
Almost there. By the time he's got it here, it's almost there.
All right, thank you, Miles. All right, shebang. Anyone for cottage cheese? Still not quite in tune.
This one's almost ready here.
I think I'm gonna be sad. Drink is today, yeah. Girl, that's driving me mad. Brett's
Background vocals in the bathroom.
going into the lounge.
Plug this in. Here you go.
It's good. Okay, give me a second. I'll run through the strat real quick.
Want me to tune that way you tune it up? This
That's with the bump on the cleaner side. Ustreamer936 says, what kind of amp? It's a 65. You notice when you have your own show how your friends completely feel free to tell you what to do with it. Doesn't matter what you have planned in your head. They just want to do their own thing.
We can discuss a lockout if you like.
We could. Yeah, it's got the Beatley thing. Like the only Beatles song recorded on a Strat, I think, is. How's it go? How's it go? Well, I could play the song. All right, is it ready?
Let me see it for a second. This way you don't have to be embarrassed if it's out of tune.
I'm not
It'd be
embarrassed.
my fault.
It's not your fault.
See, he couldn't tune it.
No one should ever take the blame for a 12-string not being
Especially when
friendly.
these strings haven't been changed since 2000 and...
Since Bush was
9.
president?
Hang on a second. Almost.
Dan, is it true that that amp's going to come with 9-pin to 8-pin adapters so you can use EL34s in? Since
No, there's no truth to that at all. Oh, it's still bad, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You think?
I love you, but it is. Yeah. I turned the mics off. Oh, they're hearing a snare drum in there too. It's getting better.
DJ.
There is a tuner, but we're not using it. All right, I gotta pull you.
You need audience participation. Ask people if this string is flat or sharp.
Oh, can't do
Here you
it.
go. It's just the strings are slipping because they're too
Well,
old.
12 strings are a
Look at the
bitch,
dust
man.
on it.
Yeah, I know.
It hasn't been played in...
Yeah.
What year is this?
It's been a few years, dude.
I know.
12 strings are a bitch.
They
Don't.
sound good though.
They do sound good, but I've never had good luck with any of them.
Yeah, I gotta get this restrung. The strings are...
Firebird 12 strings.
It stays in tune for a minute, so as you play it, it starts to go out. Because the strings are like... Take this out.
That line 12 strings.
It's actually really good, but
Oops, not dirty enough. Can't really do Hendrix on an amp like this, but we'll try it.
Wow, that sounds just like EL34s.
Doesn't at all, Miles. You're stoned.
yeah.
You're absolutely stoned.
That sounds just like Hendrix. Playing them on.
This one still comes out right around 28 watts. So with the yeah, stop the bleeding. Good call. With EL84s, I didn't have to drop the voltage as much as I did with EL34 because they're exactly the same. Or 6L6. So, you know, like a good Marshall is running, a good Marshall meaning something made before about 1982, which is actually what worthy of being called a Marshall. Those are all running the EL34s anywhere in the high 400s to low to mid 500s on voltage. And on the Producer, we're running those at 290. With the 4 EL84s on this and the way that it biases up, it draws a little more voltage. I was measuring about 325. Depending when you're playing, it goes down to around 300. But just sitting there idling, it's 324, I think, is what I got. At one point, on one bias setting I got 330.
Dan, are the transformers in that physically larger and
Yeah. The output transformer on this is unusually large for 4 EL84s.
so it's following the Producer?
Yeah, they're all overbuilt. Yeah, that's right. And they're overwound. The current capability on the power transformer here is much greater. You know, the traditional AC30 transformer was huge,
Yeah.
but it just had a big frame. There's not that much winding in it. And they just put that frame on there to sort of fake it out and get a little bit of grunt. But those power transformers on AC30s are actually pretty fragile because there's not a lot of copper inside of them. Even though the frame itself is huge, the stack is huge. On this one, we do both. We're getting big wind, big stack. So the power transformer is not being stressed at all. Neither is the output transformer. So really what you're hearing is the circuit. On some amps, you can saturate the output transformer, and you can do that on purpose as a design thing. Like, for example, on Little Elvis, we do that on purpose. Because part of that big distortion that amp gets is because we're saturating the output transformer. Not dangerously at all, but there's a little bit of that there. And it's cool. Oh, no, Miles and I just kid each other. There's no blood pressure here at all.
We have fun.
Oh, yeah. No, he just likes to be a butthole for fun. But
You're gonna take that from him, Miles.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
You're gonna let him say that?
Have that one.
No.
I do wish that I had a photograph that I did once of the producer when the 6L6 version first came out.
Yeah.
And at the shop, somebody was working on a 100-watt Marshall
That was the L34 version.
JCM 2000.
Right.
And they were both on the rack, and I took a picture comparing it because the transformer
It was bigger.
on the producer was substantially bigger
Right.
than on the 100-watt Marshall, and it was kind of a cool shot.
Yeah, it's we're serious about our trannies. I mean, I grew up watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I know my trannies. But that was too easy, wasn't it? That's like a softball.
The night before that night with the
Mute. Let me just apologize in advance for Brett Chasen.
Oh boy.
So yeah, this is a beefed up amp. It does a lot of AC30 things really, 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 really well. Like it kind of surprised me, to be honest with you. And each time I go down this road with the producer of a lower voltage, higher current setup, I'm always surprised at how well it works out. Yes, Tony, good question, and I didn't answer it early. There will be a 212 combo of this. This one deserves a combo, even though it's going to be heavy and it's going to be expensive. But there's going to be some guys that just darn need it. So we're going to do that. It's going to be a heavy sumbitch, though. And that's a technical term I learned in Missouri, sumbitch. So, yes, Ladyboy is politically correct. Who's Ladyboy?
80.
Yeah, who's Lady?
Which one of us is that?
Wait a minute.
Excuse me, kind sir.
Ladybug at yahoo.com. Uh-oh.
To whom are you referring? Compete with the AC30 at 90 pounds? Yeah, it's going to be right around there. Exactly. An AC30 is, 90 to 95 pounds. And it's going to be right. There's no way to get around it, especially with these big transformers. And an AC30 has two Alnico Blue speakers in it, which have little bitty magnets. And one of ours is going to be the G12H30, which weighs a couple pounds more. Anticipated price. Well, the head's going to be the same as the other producers at $34.95, $35.95, whatever it is. And the combo, realistically, depending on what speaker combination in there, is going to be probably around $4,000. No way to do it. No way to do it. Hey, Bassface Josh is here. Where you been, Josh? Bassface Josh says, heavy and expensive. Are you talking about my wife? Ba-doom-tsh. And I hope she's not watching the show.
It'll be saved on YouTube.
It'll be forever archived on the internet, so she can hold it against you for the rest of your life.
See Bob not tuning a 12-string. See Dan talking.
Yeah, right. That's going to be the highlight of the show. The ESP 12 string that
It'll
would
be all
not.
over the internet. The
Yeah.
Bowl guy fails to tune a guitar. News at 10.
Yeah, the combo would be 16 ohms. As I've discussed many times, I do have a telly. It's in a case over here. If somebody wants to be kind enough to get it, I'll play it for a minute. But 16 ohms sounds the best.
Is that the cowboy case?
Yes, it's the Elliott Cowboy case. 16 ohms, you're using the full wind on the transformer. Some amps sound better at lower impedance. Ours don't. also makes it expansive. I don't know what this means. HMS hood. Sears $49 dolly. Roll all gear with one hand track. Oh, okay, I see. No, I mean, it's not, the guitar didn't fail because it's an ESP. It's a really nice guitar. It's just, it's been sitting around doing nothing for 4 years.
You meant a telly, not a Strat, right?
Yes, please. The Elliott.
Kelly.
The Elliott caster. Thank you. And, no, I mean, any guitar that's been sitting for 4 years,
The tuning's bound to be squirrely.
the tuning's going to be squirrely, and the wood's cold, and it hasn't been sitting in somebody's
It
hand.
feels
And,
neglected, you know?
right.
Or neglected.
You know, I don't know how it translates. The low end on that.
This is tuned way down, isn't it?
When you were talking about the power transformer before.
I'm sorry, Miles, what?
When you were talking about the power transformer, the physical large size on the box, but
Yes.
not much inside.
Right.
What you really notice, I don't know how it's coming across here, but the low end on this is so much more defined and so much more
Yeah.
focused.
Yeah, there's a lot of bottom end on this. I don't know, Brett, do you think we could hook it up to the Wizard really quick? Would that take too long?
We'd have to remic it.
Remic it and all? And I can pull a little booster here, compensate for the telly.
Now, I certainly know. I do.
There you go. Doing that thing. Can you tell me some major differences between the London Pro and the Producer 84? Yeah, they almost have nothing in common. So transformers, circuit, tubes.
Other than that, it's the same amp.
Just like EL34s and 84s, they're exactly the same. Except for the transformers, the voltage, the tubes, the circuit, the gain structures. There's not much in common at all. Very different purpose. You know, like London Pro is a single gain stage on each channel going into a halfway phase inverter. This is a dual gain stage going into a cathode follower going into a long-tailed pair phase inverter. Transformers are significantly different, voltages are different, the whole thing. It's really there's not much. The London does have EL84s, but it has an EF86, which this amp doesn't. So by tubes, I meant all the tubes in there, sorry, not just the power section.
What rectifier's in that?
What's that?
What rectifier is in that?
In this amp,
Uh-huh.
it's solid state.
Okay.
But it's built with fast recovery diodes,
Uh-huh.
so it sags a little bit. So this would be the guitar to do this is one of the 2 songs Brian May did on a telly, I think. He did this and Crazy Little Thing Called Love on a telly. No, there is not a negative feedback loop in this amp. It's cathode biased. Did you decide against the EF86 because of the output power being higher? No. Just didn't fit this circuit. I love the EF86. It's a very cool tube. But it does a thing that I've done quite a bit. You know, high-powered Soho. If you want a EF86 thing, get the high-powered Soho. Are you going in there, Brett?
No, he's going.
Oh.
It's a lot louder than the Little Elvis.
It's a lot louder than Little Elvis, that's right.
We couldn't play in wireless with that.
I mean, it has the master voltage. I haven't done that yet. I can drop it down here.
Now we can play wireless.
And still get... So now it's running like 8 watts or something. Yes, Ustreamer, the combo will have a blue and an H1230. That's correct. That's actually a G12H30 from Celestion. They're calling them the 40th anniversary G12Hs now, I think.
Again, it turns out, have you thought about putting some negative feedback in there?
Doesn't work really well with cathode bias amps.
The Dr. Z
Means absolutely nothing to me. I mean, I'm sure there's 10 guys that have done it. And my experience with it, of trying it over and over again, every one of our amps we've tried to do it, and it doesn't really work. You know, because usually with cathode bias, you tend to run the presence knob kind of wide open,
Yeah.
which is the same as having no negative feedback.
Okay.
The negative feedback tamps it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when it's kind of that people think about it backwards a lot. When you're not increasing the negative feedback when you open up the presence knob, you're decreasing it.
Right.
And with cathode bias amps, it just sounds better without it. You know,
Except-
I don't want to squash this at all.
Yeah, when you made the comment, somebody asked about, is there negative feedback? And you said, no, it's cathode bias.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are cathode biased amps.
It's hard to do with a cathode bias.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't work the same.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of techs out there that tell you can. It doesn't make any difference with a cathode bias. It has no effect. But I don't really see any benefit of it.
Yeah, Maserati, which was just developed, had a lot of clean headroom.
Yeah. I mean, it'll give you more clean headroom,
Yeah,
but
that's
you
what
don't.
they were after.
But you don't get any more decibels. You just get a higher number on the knob.
Uh-huh.
It's one of my favorite fallacies in amp making, which we should have a whole show on fallacies of amp making. Like guys go, hey, can I put a 5751 in my phase inverter and get more headroom? Like, yeah, your knob will go up higher. You're not getting any more clean decibels.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes you feel better that you can put it up on 7 now instead of 6. But it doesn't get any louder clean.
Right.
You know.
It changes the relationship of front end to back end distortion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll change the character of the amp, but I mean, you pulled a dB meter in front of the amp. Yeah, I turn it on 7 now, but your clean decibels are the same. It just sounds a little different. So yeah, someone brought it up. Radio show. I'm glad you brought that up. I meant to mention that earlier. Tony Conley, who is here. Hi, Tony. Tony Conley and I are starting our radio show the first Saturday in December on LA Talk Radio, which you can also listen to on the internet. And it's going to be called Rock Ain't Near Dead, or Rock Ain't Dead, or Rock is Alive. But it's just a couple of rock and roll nerds sitting around talking about this. Ustreamer 792-851. This is our regular cabinet with a H and a blue. No, this is a gold. This is a gold cabinet. So yeah, look for us. We're gonna promote the daylights out of it here shortly. But we'll go over here to the clean land. Lots of chime. This one calls for the Peter Stroud tuning, I think, doesn't it? I think so. So I need to go. So yes, Tony, there you go. Everybody responds. Yay. And then Tony and I are going to guest on the Flow Guitar Enthusiast show next Monday. So you can get a little clue about what we're talking about. Oh, you got to go?
I gotta go because it's getting late.
No lunch?
No, I have to put a skeletonized striker in a Glock 34.
Oh, like you do.
For, you know.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
Bob's staying, damn it, because he loves us.
At my own studio, I guess I should stay.
He loves us.
It is your.
But we miss you at lunch. What are we going to tell the waitress?
Just so I still love her.
Depends on which one.
Oh, yeah. It depends on which one.
Yeah, if it's toothy.
Tell her I still love her.
All right, Miles, thanks for coming by, buddy.
Later.
All right,
Thanks,
see you
Miles.
later. So anyway, LA Talk Radio, broadcasted live on the internet, and you can also listen to the archives. So Tony and I are going to, we are going to do the Flow Guitar Enthusiast show, and get a little preview. We're going to talk about some rock and roll history. It's called the Flow Guitar Enthusiast Show on LA Talk Radios. It's Monday nights at 8 o'clock. And then Tony and I will be doing our show Saturday nights at 8 o'clock, prime rock and roll listening time. So for those of you getting ready to go out to the bars on the West Coast, we're your guys. For those of you that are out goofing off in New York at 11 o'clock, just finishing dinner, we're your guys. And if you're in a modern car, you can listen to us. If you're on your cell phone, you can listen to us. There's an app for that. It doesn't use a lot of data because it's just voice. We will tell you all about it in days coming, like soon, starting right now. Tony, you got censored. Did you put a link up? Let me, I can allow links here. Do that again, Tony. Now try it. Anita Farragut says, can I send a request or promote a show or something? Yeah, we need sponsors, Anita. We'll give you a healthy cut of it if you want to hook us up with some sponsors. There you go.
Very nice.
The Producer84. What do you guys think? I just kind of did all the talking. That is a proper old school sound, Chell. That's exactly what I'm going for on this. It is a rock and roll amplifier.
It is.
And I emphasize the roll. And our good friend Bob is backing me up on that, which is means something because he actually was involved with real rock and roll, whereas I am just an imitator trying to do it a few years later. But yeah, it's a proper rock and roll amplifier. And I got to tell you, something you can't get a sense of over Ustream is it's fun. It feels good underhand. It makes you want to play. It works with you. It breathes. It's flexible. You really just kind of want to hit the guitar and play some rock and roll when you do it. It's very, very, very cool. But anyway, so now for all of you guys that were interested, there was a question here. How much did other people have to do with this design? Someone asked that, Stroud, Miles. It was really mostly me. Peter, and I talked about it a lot on the phone. Miles has nothing to do with our designs at all. I just ask him about technical stuff. Hey, if I run a screen grid like this, is there any danger? You know, that kind of stuff. But he doesn't have anything to do with the design. Ustreamer 792-851, which amp company do you work for? Your questions are very pointed. Yeah, it's mostly me. I just the producer thing, the paradigm. That link didn't work, Tony. Flow Guitar Enthusiast. Just look it up. Go to latalkradio.com, Anita, and you can see it. Yeah, you guys can do it on Facebook. So any other questions before we head off for pastrami? Pastrami. I kind of took all the time here. I wanted to get Bob on here to play, and Brett kind of soaked up your time with that astonishingly weird joke. Chell says, totally different from the original Producer. Do I now have to buy two of them? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe.
At least two.
If you want two different amps, yeah, because they don't overlap at all, I don't think. But it's a proper 4EL84 amp, and you know, this is kind of my world. As maybe you guys have known me for a long time, I'm a complete Vox queer. And I just kind of wanted to get it right. I see so many guys just copying an AC30, which this is no copy of an AC30 at all. As a matter of fact, the transformers, the circuit, everything, nothing to do with an AC30, but I went for AC30 behavior. And it does it. It nails it. It nails it, and a little more. So, no questions? How about a 4.6v6 Producer? Yeah, I think that's probably on tap for 2015. Tell Brett they voted in gambling yesterday and it's coming to the Concord. Nice. Want to share the Stroud tuning? Yeah, it's basically open G, only you don't drop the low E string. So you've got E, E, G, D, G, B, D. So you can hit a G chord. So it's like, you know, an open G, usually the low E string is not very useful. This way. Yeah, I know. Ustream's kind of sucking today, isn't it? I'll bring this amp back next week. I'm going to take it and do some work on it, and I'll bring it back. Yeah, we got weird internet today. We're getting errors and everything, and we can't figure it out. We restarted the internet, restarted the computer. Unfortunately, our hands are a little tied, but hopefully the sound was good. If you haven't covered already, tone-wise, compare my blue Soho to this piece. I have covered it, but it's all right. I'll talk about it again. The Soho is just a different animal altogether. EF86, it's more modern sounding. It's more hi-fi. EF86 is very different than a 12X7. This amp has a lot more attitude, and is a lot rougher. Come on up, Bob. Come up here close. People can see your face.
I'm here.
Hi, Bob.
There's Anthony from Dirty Eyes.
Who?
Anthony from Dirty Eyes.
Anthony up there? Oh, Salami?
Salami.
I know, I saw the vinyl. It's really cool. Should we promote their band really quick on here?
He'll come in.
Oh, he'll come in?
If he'll come in, I don't know. If
Oh, is he outside?
Well, he's wandering around the hallway somewhere.
Oh, I can't see from here.
Should I drag him in?
Yeah, sure, why not? Because he's got their new record out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you cut that record here?
Yeah, we did. Come on in so we can plug you quickly. You got 1 minute.
Hey, what's up, dude? How are you?
What happened to me? I don't get one?
He didn't ask you. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were here. I thought you were coming here at 2.
Here, come here, grab your record. I got like 90,000 people here.
2 o'clock.
Wow. You come in usually.
I'm not exactly sure. Here, go plug your record.
Hey, have you guys ever met like a real LA hard rock guy? This is one of the things I love about LA.
And this is Anthony.
I know, Anthony. Wow, should I use your nickname on the show?
That's my real name.
Is Salami?
That's
No, you can use that too.
Your mom calls you Salami? That's weird. So, Anthony, tell us about your record and your band. You recorded this here, right?
We
Taking notes, so go ahead, show 'em.
We just made this, Bob and Brett. Dirty Eyes is the band. We have to put a sticker on the front.
Dirty Eyes. Here, let me hold it up close. Check it out, everybody.
It's vinyl.
Recorded
I also
here.
have CDs.
And
Recorded
download
here
cards.
at Office
Download
Studio.
cards.
You can download it.
Yeah.
You can upload it. No, you can't. No, you can't. Shit, don't say that.
You can play it. You can buy it.
These guys are really fun, and I've talked to Anthony a few times and heard him play guitar, and it's really good. So,
Thank you. It means a lot.
yeah, man, have fun. Is that a rock star in the studio? It is. Oh, this is Anita Farragher, who likes rock stars. So
There
say
you go.
hi.
Perfect.
You know Davey Farragher that plays bass for Elvis Costello?
No, I don't.
It's
but that's
part of that family.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, very nice. And so Anthony has a nickname and they call him Salami, and there's so many jokes there. They're probably very flattering,
You have
actually.
to discuss that with him directly.
I was going to say,
Brett Chase.
one does not get the name Salami. Yeah.
Exactly. Brett Jason told his joke earlier, so you know we've had the joke today. His
Oh, yeah.
one joke, you know.
Funny.
It was good. Where do you guys play around town? People are
In
asking.
Hollywood, downtown, just all over LA. We played Vegas once, but we had like this whole thing where our drummer couldn't leave the state. So now we're gonna be doing more of that.
The Outlaw Band.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a great rock and
Available
roll
at the
story.
penitentiary near
Yeah,
you.
there
We have to play in California because
shows like Johnny Cash.
we have to play in California because our drummer can't leave the state. Oh, that is
We only play
so-
California. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is so
I've heard that
great.
story.
We can't play after 11 o'clock.
But soon we'll be all
Soon.
over.
Anthony's going to give you the day when they can do other gigs. So
We'll
you
come
people
back
there in
here.
Spadunk, Iowa, take note of this. Yeah, exactly.
That is good. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're experiencing right now, real rock and roll.
Yep. There you go.
I want you to know that. But anyway, Dirty Eyes is the name of the band. Look them up on the internets.
Yep.
And
the internets.
the internets. Isn't that
Or
what
the
you...
internet.
This isn't on iTunes yet, but it will be very soon.
Oh, will be soon. Yeah, you guys, so it was all
It's gonna be
recorded.
on Record Tunes.
Yeah.
That's right. It's going to be in Nose Tunes. Yeah, good LA rock and roll band. So very fun. I appreciate you coming by. I'm just getting ready to sign off. So
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
is there anything
We'll
else
come
we
back
should know
another
about your
day.
band?
We're actually gonna record 3 more songs with Bob and Brett probably later this month or next month.
Oh, cool.
Bonus
And,
songs.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Throw them out. Probably put them up as singles. Maybe make a 7-inch if anyone cares to buy 7 inches.
Or
That's why they call them salami, yeah.
Got it.
That's why they call them salami. But,
have a lot to live
Your
up to.
Facebook is blowing up now. Eh?
Perfect.
oh,
Somebody
yeah.
say 9 inches?
Anita, Dirty Eyes is the name of the band. Is it just dirtyeyes.com?
Plural.
We could do Twitter is the thing we communicate most on.
Oh,
It's
okay.
At Dirty Eyes RNR, letters RNR after.
Here, I'll put that on the screen here for
He's
everybody.
going to put it up for you.
At-
Low and big.
Perfect.
It's
That's got nothing to do with the 8 or 9 either.
Dirty Eyes R&R.
Yeah.
Oops, not RMR.
Get it right.
On
So you can see
Twitter.
all the wonderful comments.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
And we'll keep you up to date.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
So one of the many cool records cut here at
Yeah,
Office
we had
Studios.
some fun recording this with the guys, and
And hopefully we'll get to use some of these on the next.
Yes, we're
song
gonna use some of the
do.
65s. You can be sure.
You're always welcome to use my stuff. Brett's buying enough now where that won't be an issue.
Awesome.
But
Wait till you see what he's selling them for.
yeah. Very
Just
cool.
kidding.
Well, hey guys, on that bombshell, I'm going to go ahead and sign off because we're all starving. Anyway, Anthony, pleasure to see you, man. Appreciate
for having me.
Bob, love you so much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
thanks
Despite my
for.
failure to tune the 12-string,
You know what? I've lost total respect for you now.
I still tune a 6-string.
I can't tune a 12-string. I either do it through a hugely loud amp and I do it with the oscillations, or I do it on a tuner. That's it.
Oscillations, got it. I'll try that next time.
You know,
I'll try oscillating. I'll hold my breath. Maybe that'll work.
Anyway, and so go check out Dirty Eyes on the internet, and you'll be able to hear the music very soon because they just recorded it here, and the album looks cool. I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I know you don't need it, but
Oh, we do.
yeah.
They need it.
Somebody was asking, can you play within 1,000 feet of schools?
Yes.
Yeah, but not
Yes.
playgrounds.
Yeah,
Or
right,
elementary
just not the
schools, high
playground.
schools, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. It's November something, 2013. You got
Yikes.
your first look at the Producer84. I'll have it back next week, a little more tweaked than it is now.
I'm looking right at it.
And you can, you're looking right in it. It's kind of like knowingly Bob's looking at it. Like, hello, love.
Smells good, actually.
Smells like a new amp,
Smells
huh?
like a new amp.
And you can follow me on the ride to getting this thing baked. It's kind of beta stage right now. I got a few things to do to it,
You
but
smell it. I'm serious. It's got a really cool smell. You gotta stand over here to smell it.
yeah, man.
Am I right?
All right, fellas.
great.
It smells
So
great.
we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.